Hours after Omaha celebrated hometown boxing champ Bud Crawford's accomplishments with a parade, he's pulled over by Omaha police, setting off a social media firestorm.
You know, I was in the moment, so I understood everything that was going on. You know, there was some surprises, I can say that, but, you know, me being in that moment.
Terence Crawford has finally spoken out about his run-in with police at gunpoint just hours after his victory parade in Omaha. The newly crowned undisputed super middleweight champion described the situation, saying he had plenty of video proof showing the officers went overboard and reacted unnecessarily to what was a routine stop.
Stepping out, seatbelt.
Step out.
I'm opening the door.
I'm opening the door. Right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
That was insane. I was the one driving, completely sober, and we had no problem complying with the stop. But pointing a gun at us after we followed every instruction? That made no sense. I don't know if they were trying to spoil our day or what, but it was completely out of line.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, really.
You've never drank or smoked, right?
I don't do none of that.
That's crazy.
So I'm just real chill.
Crawford explained that he spoke directly with Mayor Ewing, himself a former police officer, and was told the department would open an internal review right away. Because of this, he said he would hold back some of his evidence until the investigation was complete and accountability was shown.
When everything that was going on, when it was happening, it was like everything just slowed down to me at that.
We have video proof, but we'll only put it out after they finish their review. Something like this deserves consequences. The only reason people are hearing about this is because I'm well known, but everyday people go through the same thing with nothing done. After the interview, Crawford marked his birthday on Instagram with the caption, "They say 38 is old, but I tell them I'm aging like fine wine." Chapter 38 underway.
38. It's a blessing. Hey, listen, I appreciate all y'all for coming out, celebrating with me, from the parade to the park.
Interestingly, Crawford's head of security, Qasim Shabazz, was also in the car and ended up giving even more details than Crawford. A cop came to my side, another to Bud's side. "I know how this works," Shabazz recalled. An Omaha police officer told KV that when Crawford bent down to get his license and registration, they noticed a gun near his feet. He was then asked to step out, which he did, before being cuffed while the search continued, according to Mayor John Ewing Jr.
This is what they was doing. Crawford, like I'm saying, I mean, anybody that's being held down and disrespected wants to prove everybody wrong. I mean, if you're a real champion, you know what I'm saying? And then they're holding it back from you. They're seemingly...
The three other passengers were also ordered out at gunpoint and handcuffed. Police later confirmed they found 2 firearms inside the car, though all were legally owned. Still, Shabazz insisted events happened differently, saying Crawford never reached for any paperwork. He already told them he didn't have his license on him, that everything was left at home. There was no reason for him to reach for anything, Shabazz said. Shabazz admitted that both he and Crawford were carrying firearms and informed officers as required under Nebraska law. But that's when things escalated. Bud told them, "I have a firearm too," and according to Shabazz, the officer lost control, yelling, "Hands up, get out, don't reach," even though no gun was in sight. "We all thought we weren't going to make it out alive," Shabazz added. In the end, Crawford was hit with a reckless driving charge, though Shabazz maintains they were only stopped for speeding.
I'm just saying, it's just like they doing Crawford like they did us the whole time. They don't want you to have nothing and they don't want to give you nothing. That's why they burned down Tulsa. That's why they burned down every other black community. They don't want you to have and they don't want to give you nothing. They don't want to be with you and they don't want to see you.
Bud recalled, "Well, how do you know I was speeding if you don't have radar?" "Okay, but I actually caught the cop on camera admitting, I admit that I do not have radar." Shabazz confirmed. However, Shabazz has not yet released that footage to KV. After being briefed about the stop, Mayor Ewing personally stepped in. "Myself and my chief of staff, Tom Warren."
"Hey yo, that's embarrassing. by Omaha law enforcement that you will arrest, held on gunpoint, Terence Bud Crawford after having a parade in Omaha, after receiving the keys to the city? Huh? Hey, yo, that cop gotta be some hater, bro. Hey, yo, that's like...
Ewing then contacted Police Chief Todd Schmadera, who gave the green light for internal affairs to handle the case. He emphasized that requesting bodycam footage would be crucial to finding answers. Our job is not to speculate. Our job is to get the facts and be fully transparent with the people of this community, Ewing explained. KV asked Omaha police for an on-camera interview, but the department chose instead to stand by their written statement. The investigation remains ongoing.
Crawford, the current 168-pound undisputed champion, being pulled over at Blick Point in his own city. Now, the police have said that this was reckless driving, something like that. The police chieftain made a statement. The man, Terence Bud Crawford.
I recognize how serious this situation is and how vital trust between law enforcement and our community must be. It's a reminder that we always have to work at building those relationships, Ewing said. Chief Schmadera has committed to an internal review, and I fully support that. I want this to be thorough and transparent for the public. Honestly, my heart sank when I heard how such a wonderful day of celebration ended like this, he added.
The NYPD holding Derek Jeter on gunpoint and arresting him after the Yankee championship parade in New York City, bro. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't even happen, bro. It wouldn't even happen. So this cop got to be some hater, bro. He must be hating on Terence Bud Crawford.
He continued, Omaha should remember this as a joyful day while we search for answers about how it ended. At the same time, we must ensure that every resident, no matter who they are, feels respected and safe in Omaha. Crawford had just unified the super middleweight division with a unanimous decision win over Canelo Alvarez in Las Vegas. In doing so, he became the first male boxer ever to unify 3 separate divisions. His record now stands at 42-0 with 31 knockouts. To honor him, the city held a downtown parade, followed later by a 38th birthday celebration at a nearby live music venue.
He is the pride of North Omaha, our hometown champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the pound-for-pound champ, Terence Bud Crawford!
Hey! I'm gonna say that for tonight.
However, only hours after those celebrations, Omaha police ordered Crawford out of his car at gunpoint during the traffic stop for reckless driving. This came just weeks after his historic victory over Canelo Alvarez, which he returned home to celebrate with a massive parade. The undisputed champion proudly showcased his prized possession, a custom $188,000 gold ring belt awarded for the win.
I'm just reflecting on all my accomplishments at my mama house. That's where all my belts at.
The belt, which Crawford treasures as a personal keepsake regardless of future accolades, represents the triumph in one of boxing's most highly anticipated matchups. Among those who honored him was rap legend Eminem, who sent a personal congratulatory message after Crawford's September 13th victory. Moving up 2 weight classes, Crawford had delivered a flawless performance, neutralizing every weapon in Canelo's arsenal. His speed and precision proved unshaken at the higher weight, solidifying a career-defining win. At the celebration, stars like Claressa Shields, Shakur Stevenson, and his trainers Red, Bomac, and Davis were all in attendance.
Now I'll bring our mayor back up to present gifts.
I would like to have the honor of presenting you with the key to the city of Omaha.
Let's go, bud!
In his video message, Eminem told Crawford, "Bud, what's up, champ? Congratulations, man. You did it. I'm so proud of you. You used all my tricks to beat Canelo just like I showed you. You went in there and got it done. Unbelievable, bro. All jokes aside, GOAT stuff." Congratulations, champ, so well deserved. Salute. And that's where we'll leave it for now. For the latest updates, highlights, and stories from the world of boxing, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you never miss a drop. Until next time, peace out.